Hello everyone, we are live. I'm Petra Jordan. If you don't know me, I think most of you do, but in case you don't know me, I'm a singer-songwriter and I'm also the founder of Message of the Song, and I'm also going to be the facilitator that will be giving the songwriting course, the essential songwriting course in Max Guitar in The Hague this coming fall. And today, as I have promised, I am here to share with you some songwriting tips that I found useful in my own writing, and I believe that they will be beneficial for you too. So before we get there, though, I want to make some announcements. For those of you that don't necessarily know what the Essential Songwriting course is about, it's a series of 3 workshops. Each workshop takes 4 hours. The first one is on lyrics. It takes place on the 19th of September. The second one is on composition, and that will take place on the 17th of October. And the third one is on writing better melodies, and that will take place on the 21st of November. On the 19th of December, we will conclude with the Christmas alumni concert, and you will be able to show what you've learned. What you've written for that matter, and you will be able to perform that. So it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited already. There's a lot of people that are interested in the course, and anyway, let me get to the point and let me share those tips with you today. So in fact, I do have a few more announcements to make. I wanted to make sure that you know that you can also sign up for the individual workshops, that you have the option to either sign up for the entire course or for the individual workshops. So if you need, for example, a workshop on the melody or lyrics or composition only, you have that option, so you don't have to sign up for the whole course. The second one is we're preparing discount vouchers with Max Guitar. For people that will sign up. So stay tuned to find out about the details as to when and where. And also, if you sign up now, you can benefit from the introductory price of 99 euros per workshop. Or if you sign up for the entire course, you get 10% off. The intro price will go up next year. In 2019, it will be 125. And in this case, actually, the intro price includes a meal in the Django Cafe of Max Guitar. So it's a bargain, really. You'll get to learn about songwriting and you will get your meal. So anyway, now let me get to the point that I promised I was going to share with you today. So today's topic or today's tip is on how can you color your lyrics, if you have ever even thought about such an option. I also named it the dripping paint rule. Some time ago, when I first learned about it, I actually found out that it was called the show and tell rule. So if you are mostly Americans, I think, but not necessarily, you may be familiar with the show and tell play, a children's play, where they are encouraged to bring an object to school and share that with their classmates. Something special to them, either their favorite toy or maybe a picture of their animal or maybe a color from their dog or something like that. So today, I have this hat. So I'm not allowed to tell you anything, I'm just allowed to show you first. And now I'm allowed to speak. This hat, I used to wear it quite a bit in my performances when I first moved to Amsterdam. And we also filmed a video in this hat called The Other Side. And we've had some pretty magical moments. I was acting as a magician in that video. And at one point I was supposed to act like I had something coming out of the hat. And I moved my hand and we were outside, we were outdoors. And suddenly this pigeon flew from behind and it literally looked like it flew out of my hat. It was the most synchronistic moment that we could have wished for, because that's something that we wouldn't be able to actually create ourselves. So this hat actually holds a lot of memories for me, and it's very special. Now it's a bit dusty because it's sitting on my wall and I don't use it in my performances anymore. My image has changed, if you will. But that is my show and tell game. And now you can do something like that with lyrics as well. So let's take a look at an example. Let's take a verse that goes like this. All the things we used to do, those dreamy teenage nights, nothing matters like it did back when you were mine. If you look at the first line, all the things we used to do, it's pretty generic, it's pretty uninteresting. There's nothing specific going on, there's not much of anything that actually stimulates your imagination. And so the verse is rather bland. What you can do is use something more specific. For example, chasing cars and neon lights, those dreamy teenage nights. Nothing matters like it did back when you were mine. And suddenly, there is more that is happening in your imagination. Chasing cars and neon lights. I don't know how many of you think of the song by Snow Patrol, Chasing Cars, when you hear that, but I definitely do. And it's a love song, and we're talking about teenagers. We're also talking about neon lights, which create associations of nightlife or fast food restaurants, which is where those teenagers would hang out in. And suddenly, the whole verse gets a different mood because we use something more specific. Not only that, and this is where this dripping paint rule comes into place. You can imagine that line, chasing cars and neon lights, as if it was actually soaked in paint or soaked in dye. And that paint is dripping on the lyrics that are below the first line. So the lyrics get more of a mood, more of a color. That's one example. Now let's switch those lines around a little bit. Nothing matters like it did back when you were mine. Chasing cars and neon lights, those dreamy teenage nights. Now, chasing cars and neon lights is the third line in the verse. And because gravity goes down, makes things drop down, it drips the paint only on the last lyric, on the last line, rather than the entire verse. So we're left with a little more bland lyrics in the first two lines of the verse. Nothing matters like it did back when you were mine. Chasing cars and neon lights, those dreamy teenage nights. So you can see how, depending on the placement of a colored lyric or a colored line, it will affect the rest of the verse. And in essence, that is how you color your lyrics. That's one of the ways that you can do it. There's other ways as well. So I hope that you found this tip inspiring. And if you click in the link of the description of the video, it will take you to more tips on how to create interesting metaphors and also how to deal with writer's block. Who hasn't had that issue as a writer? So check it out. Just it'll take you to what you need to do, and you'll be able to download everything from there. And if you haven't, then definitely check out the Essential Songwriting course. And if you found this useful, then please share it with your friends or invite them to the event page. I will be sharing more tips on lyrics, actually more tips on songwriting. Next one will be on composition, and then the one after will be on melody. So stay tuned, and if you have any questions, definitely ask me. I'm available to answer them, and don't hesitate to get in touch. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. And for now, this is Petra Jordan signing out, and I wish you a creative day and weekend and night. Bye.